In this video, I want to review the standard equation of a circle. The standard equation of a circle takes on the form x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where hk is the center of the circle and r is the length of the radius of the circle. With that information, let's do a few practice problems. What is the equation of a circle with its center at point 34 with a point on the circle located at 6, 8? So we have the center, so we can very easily determine the first part of the equation. So that would be x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared. So if that is the center of the circle, now we just need to figure out the distance between the center and the point given. So we can use the distance formula, or what we can realize is that we are 3 units in the x direction away and 4 units in the y direction away. If we have a right triangle with a length 3 and 4, then we know that the hypotenuse is 5. So that means the radius is actually 5. So we're going to set that equal to 5 squared, or 25. So our equation is x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 25. What is the equation of the circle pictured below? From the looks of the picture, it looks like the center of the circle is at point 2, 0. And it also looks like we have a radius of 1, 2, 3 units. So this should be pretty easy. We'll do x minus 2 squared plus y minus 0 squared, or just y squared, is equal to 3 squared, or 9. The equation of a circle is given below. Which quadrant in the standard xy coordinate plane is the circle found in? X minus 1 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 2. So what do we know? The center is at point 1, negative 1. The radius is equal to the square root of 2. So let's draw this out. So I'll just put a standard xy coordinate plane here and just a couple hash marks for the 1, negative 1. So our center is here. We know that the square root of 2 is greater than 1. So if the square root of 2 is greater than 1, we should know that if we're traveling 1 radius in length in the vertical direction, we'll actually be in quadrant 1. And if we travel the square root of 2 units in the left direction from the center, we'll end up in quadrant 3. So we know we're going to be in at least quadrants 1, 3, and 4. But are we going to be in quadrant 2? Well, if we use the Pythagorean theorem, we can actually see how close we'll get to quadrant 2. So we know that if we draw a triangle in here, so if I'm drawing a radius straight through the origin here, we'll know that this length here is 1, and this length here is 1. In that case, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which would give us 1 squared plus 1 squared is equal to c squared, or we can say that 2 is equal to c squared, or we can say that the square root of 2 is equal to c. This means that to get our circle into quadrant 2, the radius would have to be longer than the square root of 2. Right now, the radius is the square root of 2, so that just puts us at the origin. So we're only in quadrants 1, 3, and 4.